anything.
I don't say anything.
No, you did. You say enough to what?
We're
like a
live.
dog whistle.
We're live.
Oh,
We're live.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
My pants are down.
Welcome to 4th and 10, right here on
trying to say
Spreaker,
it,
iTunes, Spotify.
From being a misogynist.
Cool podcast.
Man, being very
podcast.
misogynistic.
No, I wasn't.
3 minutes ago.
At all. No,
You missed it, man. I was trying to save him. He's got a family to think
Hopefully.
John Glasgow. Hello, guys.
Welcome,
Good morning, fellas.
John.
Jessica never left. Always
Be sure
here.
to subscribe, hit the bell to get notified, drop a comment, hang out with John. He's hanging out with us. So, man, this really caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I mean, you only woke up about 15 minutes ago.
I woke up over an hour ago.
No, you did not. That's a lie.
I'll show you my multiple alarms. My name's Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter at... Nope, not on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok at Nathan Owens Comedy.
You really are
or
Twitter,
NathanOwensComedy.com. David Purdue's with me.
What's up, everybody? Okay, well, good for you, I guess. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Do or die. It's at DUEORDIE.
And Dan Duggan.
Where's Damon?
Damon is on the high
being
seas.
a pirate.
High seas.
He's a pirate.
I wish I was with him. I love cruises. Do you love cruises?
I enjoy the people
What are you
that
saying?
I've been on cruises with.
You
What are
say
you
things in the weirdest ways.
What are you saying?
I enjoy the people.
He's
Like,
thanking you yes or no.
what are you, a cruise
You're like-
director?
yeah.
Like,
I enjoy some
Just
of the
say no.
things that are on cruises.
Just say no.
I don't enjoy the whole of a cruise.
I don't even enjoy the whole of anything. You're just a begrudging old man.
But I had a good time the last time I was on a cruise.
Did you?
Yeah.
when was the last thing when was the last thing that you, and I promise if you're watching, we are going to get into this show, and
We
it's
will.
actually, football is back
Yeah, we
as
got
of
stuff.
tonight, I think, or maybe tomorrow.
I feel like tomorrow, probably.
First preseason game is tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to talk football. We're going to talk Olympics. We're going to talk lots of fun things. But first, Nathan, here's the question of the day. When was the last thing that you did, consumed, efforted towards that you were like, this was amazing?
He's going to have nothing.
Like
Cloud9, I never want to unlive this moment.
Or just like, this was good.
This was great.
This was great.
I mean,
Wrong.
You see how that's a problem?
The aquarium's always good.
When last time you been to the aquarium?
It's been a few months.
Oh, okay.
The aquarium's good. The Olympics have been pretty good.
So the aquarium is your happy place.
The aquarium's great every time.
Okay. I don't buy any of it.
Every time.
I don't buy any of it. We just want to see where you experience joy, man. I feel like you don't get a lot of it.
Head over to patreon.com.
Did you see Deadpool on Monday?
I did.
You hated it, didn't you?
I didn't hate it.
There you
It
go.
was fine though.
You're an always.
I thought it was good.
No. I know what you are. You're a person. You know, some people say no notes. You're always notes. You're an always notes guy. Like you don't have a note about everything. I have notes. You were the worst kid in class. You weren't. You were worse than. You were worse than a. You forgot to do the homework guy. You were like the. Before we leave, I have some ideas. You're like, we're done. He's like, no, but I think I have ideas. I'm not gonna voice them, but just know I have ideas. You're always notes guy.
Smartest guy in the room, but tell you that.
Contributes very little
Yeah.
to the thing.
I thought it was good.
I don't think you did.
I
You had
liked
notes, though, don't you?
I don't have notes.
Lies. There's no way you consume anything without notes. You're the always
Who
notes guy.
consumes things without making an
Me
opinion about it?
all the time.
And also, Nate, as soon as everyone else thinks what you think is cool, you get less. You're less cool on it.
There are times that, like, when I like something and then the vast majority likes it, you do go like, "Am I dumb?
I'm not
for
even
liking this."
Bro, I'm not even.
Because you think you're smarter than the mass pop.
No, but like most of the time, the vast majority of people are dumb.
Right, because you think
you think you're in a
general
different
pop
group than the mass
is
people?
mid.
That's
and
everybody though, right?
I'm not believing.
Everybody gets that feeling of like when you discover like an indie band.
No, I
No.
love when my my favorite acts.
The people like them also because
we can talk
they get
about
to
it.
live out their dreams.
I don't know.
What about our podcast? Are you hoping that we stay at
No.
164?
I'm not gonna leave you.
By the
100%
way,
hanging.
subscribe, please.
Subscribe.
We're giving away $1,000 when we get to 1,000
Come on
subscribers. If you're listening now, please do that.
Wow. I don't want to leave you hanging about this when people like things. You give it like you're mad. I literally just gave away a pair of shoes because you also have those shoes. So I don't want you to feel. I did. I gave them away this weekend. I was like, they were like, you sure want to get these away? I was like, I have to give them away. I actually have to. I cannot own these shoes.
Because Nathan
anymore.
Owens owns them as well.
Yeah, I gave them away. So
You're the mid person in this equation.
I was like,
there's
Did he at least give them to you? You guys are similar sizes.
no.
but there is a food chain because I've definitely done that as well.
Yeah.
I've seen a person wearing shoes that I own, and I'm like, well, I guess I can't wear those again.
What?
I gave them away.
What?
Yeah.
I gave mine away. One, because I'm not going to, I don't wear them. I didn't wear them.
Okay.
But I know I stopped wearing them once I saw you wear them.
Fascinated by this. All right.
Yeah.
People are here for dicks hitting poles and football talk.
Yeah, let's do
Not
let's do some
Nate's
Olympic talks
sadness.
first.
You are sadness in Inside Out. You are
Oh, man.
that character. Wow. I just
He would see it,
had a
but
moment.
he had too many notes about it.
wow. You kind of look the same. I wish we had like live Joel in the future. In our future episode, we're gonna have like sadness next to Nate's face. We'll cut into the tight of him.
Oh, boy.
Oh wait, we can do this right now.
Oh, boy.
Oh wow. Okay, can we pull? Can we? Do we get to like pull a close up of? Yeah.
Wow.
You need to put it in comedian because if you don't, it's going to bring up the model.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. This is just us trying to help.
This is helping?
We hope it might not work, but our heart is behind. The heart behind it is to help you. Yeah.
There you go. That's a better one.
There we go. There we go.
The glass.
Real sad.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Real sad.
I like live bullying. That's fun. That's a good.
It's
Live
like,
stream.
It's like what Twitter should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Go
all
ahead,
right.
Nate.
X
Yeah.
marks the spot.
Go
Let's
ahead.
go.
Let's go.
Let's
You
talk Olympics.
You want to drive the bus?
Drive that bus.
Let's
Nate.
drive the bus.
'Cause you don't, we'll
right
take it
to
over and
the
run you
Olympic
over with it.
Village. First one, I want to talk. We all talked about the River Seine, which also I don't know if is it a European thing or a French thing to call a river the river.
I don't know.
Is that
Yeah, I mean, I think like in most like languages they have like a pronoun in front of the thing.
okay?
So the is typically like a male or female pronoun. And
We
then
should.
the thing.
I think we should.
Do you
start
want, did
doing
you want
that.
the real answer, or did you just want to criticize an entire?
No,
population?
I think we should start doing that.
All right.
I think we need to have
the Rocky Mountains.
the River Mississippi. I
No,
like-
it's the Mississippi. Like think about it, it's the Mississippi.
But they call it the River Seine.
Real quick, we gotta get a good burn in from John Glasgow here.
Let's go, John.
He said, "Wow, Nate, my son would love an autograph from you from Inside Out."
We got a whole celebrity here in the midst. Sadness from Inside Out. You brought this on yourself.
Did I?
You did.
Yeah, oh for
You
sure
did.
you did.
You did. You did. That it's sad. It's wild that
One,
you did recognize.
I try to stay unbiased as a producer. I'll say a lot of times Nate does. He hasn't really said anything today. He's done nothing.
No,
Which doesn't mean
no.
that that's not.
Okay, he is the host of this show. He
Yes.
drives the bus.
Drive the bus.
So he has the list. He can trigger us into the list at any point in time. Or Dave and I can sit here and riff.
You see what we
for
want.
an
You see what we
hour.
want to do. You either take the wheel or let us do what we want.
I may
to
not be
do.
a stand-up comic, but I will roast
Oh yeah,
this dude.
Dan is ready.
So to prepare for having to
There you
deal
go.
with the Seine River, one of America's triathletes.
It was an American.
It was an American.
No, I'm asking. It was.
I'm pretty sure it was American.
It makes an American sense.
Said that he was microdosing E. coli to prepare.
What does that
for
even mean?
The Seine. He said to do that, he was not washing his hands
Oh.
after he used. The
First of all,
bathroom.
let's be honest. If you're a person who thinks that this would help you, you were already not washing your hands. Like this wasn't a new thing for you.
Well, and also, I don't know that you're microdosing E. coli by not washing your hands.
Oh, he ain't add in. He's probably licking his fingers too. Let's
But
be honest.
that kind of suggests that like you have E. coli.
That's a good point. Dan with the science. Yeah,
In
you didn't-
your urine.
Yeah, you're not starting off like E. coli is not something you just have in you.
You're right. I think I might be wrong.
Nah.
I might be wrong.
Let's
about
just take
that,
a bold
but
statement and say none of us currently have E. coli.
I don't have E. coli.
We do not have E. coli. And so this guy was like, unless, like, I don't know. You got probably have to, like, that's salmonella. I was going to say lick raw chicken, but that's salmonella.
That's salmonella.
Yeah. Yeah.
was this a joke?
No, I think this guy was very serious.
I think he was serious. That's like a crazy thing. Now that I'm thinking about it, if you told me I had to get E. coli in 24 hours, I don't know where I would go. Like,
CDC.
I know there's E. coli outbreaks. Ooh, Chipotle.
Chipotle had an
Oh,
outbreak.
don't do that to Chipotle.
They have E.
Oh.
coli outbreaks
They
a lot,
have
though.
in their lettuce.
joint's about
That's
to get
fair, but I
suppressed.
think you could just eat romaine lettuce and have just as fair of a shot.
E. coli be
Okay.
popping up a lot, like in the news.
Yeah.
To the point where I'm like, is it just kind of like the common cough now?
Like,
Like,
God, it's COVID 2.0.
I don't know
E.
about-
coli and COVID share a similar framing.
I mean, it's out there like that. I'm like, you have access to some of the greatest training facilities in the United States has to offer, and they let you don't go. Maybe I should talk to a professional to see if this is a good idea. Hey man, what is this? What event does he do? He swims.
He's the triathlon.
Triathlon, my man. Just do that. Do that. You're trying to do too many things well. You can't be a scientist and a like. Just pick one, and then let somebody who's good at science tell you that what you're doing is absolutely ridiculous.
Last week we talked about a guy who cut off his finger to play field hockey.
We did.
This week we're talking about a guy who's, whether or not accurately, microdosing E. coli in order to compete in the Olympics. Again, would you ever go to these lengths to compete in a sport that you love?
Or just do anything truly that you love, because I feel like you wouldn't compete in much. So like, just to do anything.
I mean, would I not wash my hands after the bathroom? Sure.
to
like-
do what though?
To do Olympics? Sure. I would do an Olympics.
I would do it.
Is this guy actually sick? Did he get sick?
I don't know if he got sick
Is he?
or
Because
if
a
it
lot of
worked.
people in the Olympics are getting sick.
A lot of people are getting sick. I know one of our lady triathlons was like
Oh, lady, what?
one of our lady triathletes
There we
was
go.
There we
like
go. Found words.
she was like, I know that I swallowed a lot of water. She's like, so
Oh.
now I'm just waiting to get something.
Yo, and then
Like
she
she's
don't
got
no,
doctors on standby.
and it's not like she got food in her stomach because
No.
apparently they're not eating there. So it's like, yo, this Olympics low key. Unless you're like super rich or famous, you struggling out there.
Oh, yeah.
Like you struggling for real. Like I think it was Coco Golf talk about like nobody else was in the village, and she was about to leave, but then she saw Rafael Nadal was still there. She was like, I guess I'll stay. It's kind of got the village to myself, at least the area. And I'm like, boo, you too rich for that. Like get out of there.
For
Call New
sure.
Balance or whatever that pasta company that sponsored you. Like tell them, hey, I need a hotel and bring the air conditioning with you. Like that, people are struggling. LA, take note,
Yeah.
man. Don't be this.
I don't know why they build villages that just suck. Like, you have 4 years.
You have 4 years. I don't like. I felt like the no air conditioning was something they were always gonna have.
Yeah.
For like conserving energy and all that stuff. You have no excuse to run out of food.
You have
know-
4 years to put plans together.
And I don't know how to keep E. coli out of a river, but I don't know. I feel like whatever keeps E. coli out of a swimming pool, just do that. Do a lot of that,
Yeah.
right?
I think it's
Not
like
a scientist
when
here. I
the
wanna
E.
make that
coli
clear.
is already there.
It's just a standard like constant E. coli.
I think E. coli is like glitter.
all right,
Like
let's
once
go. We're
it's
scientists.
once it's
by the way.
spilled, it's very tough to get back. So when you've been spilling it for hundreds of years, I think it's tough to then try to clean up at once.
Oh, okay. Well, microdosing it, I'm pretty sure is not the best way to do it.
No.
Like
And also,
microdosing
not washing your hands. Microdosing it to me is like a scientist is like, hey, here
Just
is
a
this
little bit.
non-lethal, non-harmful dose of E. coli.
Just a little bit.
Ingest it.
Take a little bit of E. coli. Yeah.
Instead of I wiped my and now I'm hoping that I just get a
Yo.
little bit.
I just realized, yeah. I'm thinking about just doing number one and not washing your hands. He's got
No,
to be
no,
doing number
both of
two.
No, I think the
And-
only place that E. coli even could kind of
It's
live.
from
Yeah.
number two.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the most disgusting human being we've talked about on this podcast ever. I don't like him at all. I hope he doesn't meddle. I hope he fails. I'm sorry if it sounds unpatriotic. I don't want you to succeed in life knowing you out here just crusty butt. Just out here crusty butted. Dog, that's not cool at all. You ain't washing your hands. Oh my God. now I just started thinking about how many other people might see this like, this guy's a hero. He's doing what needs to be done.
Wow,
I
unwashed
too.
raw fruit also carries E. coli.
Bro, you could have just ate a dirty tomato, dog. You could just had a dirty
you guys
tomato.
wash your fruit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right. Well, Dan also been microdosing the E. coli for years.
Can I
and
be
it
honest? It is.
Don't say
It is the one.
before you say it. I want you to say what you're gonna say, but just know, as you say this into that camera and the microphone, so many white people gonna be like, ugh. Another thing we gotta explain. But go ahead.
I already did all the steps. I worked hard to pay for the food. I went and picked the food up from the grocery store. I brought it home. I unloaded it. I put it in the refrigerator. And then before I get to eat it, I have to wash it.
It's like a rinse.
It's a.
Like just do it. Just like turn
No.
your faucet on,
No.
rinse it.
I rinse and wash 3 children on a daily basis. I don't need to wash my fruit.
Listen, you're wrong on this one.
I like how that's where we got into the podcast.
Let me be
Instead
clear.
of debate,
Maybe
wrong.
I just can't. I just can't.
I think you can.
It's not the thing that I'm gonna put energy into. I'm gonna. Roll
I mean,
the
clearly
dice.
you're fine.
I'm gonna roll the dice.
Clearly you're fine.
You made it.
To each their own. You don't get. I mean,
Apparently I can swim in the river Seine.
we sent the wrong athlete. Dan's been microdosing for years, ready for this. You swim well.
Dude, one of my friends like even goes to the degree of like buying the food grade hydrogen peroxide and like washing the fruit in this like food grade hydrogen peroxide, and I'm like, this is insanity.
Okay, I'm not gonna call it insanity. I think to each his own. Everybody got to feel comfortable about what they eat. I'll say that. I do think that what you're doing is working clearly. Like I would say it's not the best practice in the sense of like not washing anything. So what do you wash as far as food? This is where we're gonna get real.
I mean, nothing.
Chicken.
I mean, I brine
a-
chicken, so in a sense, I am putting it in a salt solution, so
Okay.
it's gonna kill everything
Okay.
that's on it.
I think we all got to get on the same page as far as science. I think there's too much science going out here. I think as a society, I think we're on the same page. We're living different lives. It's 2 Americas.
Can I just get my fruit and my chicken washed before it gets to me?
You can, but who knows who touched it prior to? I mean, kids.
I'm gonna cook it.
You cook a tomato.
I mean,
Sometimes you
some
cut it
raw
and put it.
tomatoes. No,
Hey,
I'm on
man,
a sandwich.
all it takes is one time being in a produce aisle, seeing a snotty nosed kid grab stuff,
That's fair.
and then you go, you know what? Washing everything.
Hey Nate, watch this. I think you're right.
It just. I think,
right.
but also clearly, you're right. Like you're fine. You haven't been vomiting. I haven't seen like major diarrhea happen. Like you're doing okay.
My cold plunge is working.
That's what I'm saying.
John Glasgow told you to wash your fruit, Dan.
You should. I mean,
Thanks, John.
it could be.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
All right, I care. I'm glad people care about me.
Yeah.
Let's move on
Let's do it,
to
Nate.
dicks and polls.
Man, I don't want to talk about this guy.
You
And
have to talk about this guy.
I know we
What's
have
funny,
to talk about this
little
guy.
inside baseball to the world. This man we have a show rundown, and on the first 2 topics, 1 or 2 is going to be the topic we're about to talk about, and he jumped deep in this list to get past this
You
topic.
did.
So,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5.
He went to topic 5
He went
for
to
topic
5.
1 just to get to the other end of this
Yeah.
list, so you don't have to talk about this.
Yeah.
But
Gotta drive, Nate.
drive the bus, dude.
All right.
it
So
up.
there's a French pole vaulter, Anthony Hamarati. Well, that was Italian.
That was like Middle Eastern.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that was.
Hamarati. I can't. Hammer.
It doesn't sound like Mario, so he's really
Yeah.
struggling.
I'm surprised Amirati. I felt like that's how you would say it.
That's how I would
Emirati.
say it.
Yeah.
Emirati.
Amirati.
But basically, he was pole vaulting, and he made it over.
You did.
Except he didn't make it over.
Can we watch this?
is
Can
that
we
fair?
pull this up?
Hey. First of all, this is wild to just get into pole vaulting. My man did it. I'm out here. No, I'm not.
Do it.
I love him immediately going, no.
Nate, I'll replay it again for Nate. Oh,
Oh.
Give us a live breakdown of what you're witnessing here.
All right.
Oh
it's
man,
gotta go back to the.
you can skip.
There we go.
That's good because I know a lot about pole vaulting.
I thought you
Buffering.
did. I thought you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Buffering.
It's one of the more insane things that I've ever seen.
I feel like you're supposed to. I mean, I've never been pole vaulted. I've never seen the
I've
event.
never been pole vaulted.
I never had the desire to pole vault.
How is this video not cached? It's 15 seconds
I
on
think
your computer.
I think that there's probably some sort of like normally you're supposed to tuck, right? This is worst case scenario. Athletes in the future are gonna know you got to tuck if you're gonna pole vault.
What? Why is this person not wearing compression?
Hey, he want to be free.
Clearly,
He wanted to be
because
free.
I saw a no,
He's like a doorstopper. Like a doorstopper.
Apparently, this is a common problem in
It shouldn't be.
in male pole vault.
Okay, if that's the case, this shouldn't be. We need to get together as the sports minds we are and just develop something that probably already exists to keep your junk tucked in for moments like this.
Agreed.
Like this shouldn't happen.
What are we doing?
This shouldn't be a common thing. Get something to put to hold you together.
Every sport in America wears some sort of compression
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. Also,
So
can
that
I be
we're not bouncing around. I saw every contour of his
Yeah.
uncompressed penis.
Can we be real? Can I ask a real question? For the athlete, and maybe I just don't know the thrill of sport the way you do. Why was you so hard? What was going on right before? I get it. Maybe the blood is
A
flowing.
lot of adrenaline going.
A lot
I
of
don't think that man
adrenaline.
was hard. I think he just has a giant.
You have
penis.
a giant. You think that was him
I
on
think he
soft?
just has a very large.
You think that was him
member.
on soft?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
All right.
I think it
Look.
was. I think it tried to be flexible, but it went up against something inflexible.
Hey.
This pole.
All I know is he is about to experience way more celebrity than he would have gotten if he won a gold medal.
Yeah.
We would not care about him if he won a gold medal.
I think
We care about him now.
if you're gonna lose, this is the reason you want to lose.
Oh, he having a good time at the Olympic Village. You don't think he having a great time? And I know he getting calls. Hey, you want to sell this product? Trojan is hitting him up. You know what I'm saying?
If they were smart, they would be flying a team there right now.
we putting up the content
before the Olympics
immediately.
is done.
If you are a struggling condom brand, that's your guy. This your face.
Wait,
This your face.
if you are a struggling condom brand,
Yeah.
that's
It's
a
probably
whole
it's
other. That's a
right.
whole other.
But this will
state of
get you back in
being.
the game,
Get
though.
you back in the game.
This will get you back in
You're
the
a
game.
bathroom, 25-cent
Someone to do
condom
the
brands.
Also, on top of that, pole vaulting, pole. Come
Yeah.
on.
It's right. It's so much.
It's all right there.
It's so much. It wrote itself. Just get this guy on camera selling whatever it is
Yeah.
He should be doing that.
He should be doing that.
I love.
He's got one of the most famous penises in the world right now.
Is there a more famous penis?
Right now, I can't think of one.
Michelangelo David? I think that's it. I think that's it.
I think that's it right now.
I mean, I think in a Google search algorithm,
Yeah.
he's the winner.
He's the winner.
he's the winner. He's,
It
at,
is
he's
Paris,
at least second
France,
page.
pole vaulter penis.
Yeah.
He is the number one.
I mean, the
result.
jokes was flying.
Yeah.
The jokes was flying online. Good for him.
Congratulations, Anthony.
He had. If
See,
I'm.
was that hard? Why do we need to skip that topic?
I didn't say we need to skip it.
It's
I
just
just didn't want to
uncomfortable.
intro it.
Why?
Because I don't like talking about penises.
That guy had a huge one though. You should be proud of him.
Yeah.
Look, why, like,
You don't want to compliment your fellow man.
Yeah. This guy's an Olympic athlete.
He
And a winner.
worked hard.
And a winner.
He was born.
he worked hard on that. Like, oh, I'm supposed to.
No, he worked hard on the pole vaulting,
Yeah.
and then he just happens to have a huge dong. And but you're just like
Why
think
can't
that's
you
not an
celebrate that?
accomplishment.
I'm happy for
I don't
him.
think you are. Your face doesn't
Good job
say
hating
that.
other men.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
All right.
Enjoy.
All right. What's
keep
the,
going,
what's
keep
the next
going.
topic? Can we talk NFL? I'm so.
We gotta
ready.
get more Olympics
Dan,
here.
Dan's one to talk his NFL. Dan,
We gotta finish the Olympic stuff.
All right. Let's finish the Olympics.
All right, we'll split the difference with
Coming to a
Dan.
close.
So the U.S. won gold in golf.
Yeah, they did.
How much does the golf world care about the Olympics?
They care.
Because I know like FIFA actively hates the Olympics. So I didn't know if
Sure,
like golf
World
was like
Cup.
the same way of
No,
like
I mean, I think. Look, it's a weak field because you can only have a certain number of players from each country. So the U.S. had 4 players. I think that was even an exception based off the fact that like those 4 were within the top 25 world rankings. There's some rules that outline who can be in. All that to say, the field is extraordinarily weak. So you have Rory McIlroy, you've got Scottie Scheffler, you got Xander Schauffele, you got some Justin Rose. You have some really great players in it, but Tommy Fleetwood's one of my favorite players. He got silver this year. It's just a weak field. Like on two hands, you can list every player who has a shot at winning. So there's probably 10 players in the field of I think 70 or something like that.
Oh wow.
That could win.
But
So-
we kind of know who will win.
Yeah, totally. The fact is that Scottie Scheffler came from 3 or 4 shots behind on the final day, and Jon Rahm, who plays on a different tour now, blew his lead. That was the drama, and it was and to that degree, Scottie Scheffler coming behind, beating Jon Rahm, beating Tommy Fleetwood on the last hole. Like, it was good golf, good drama, but at the end of the day, no one's saying this is like a competitive golf.
So it's
tour.
not something you're like, oh, I gotta watch this. It's like I'll catch it.
I caught it on Sunday.
Yeah. Like I
caught it on Sunday.
I'll catch it later.
And they just played this golf course for the Ryder Cup.
Okay.
And so, which is a massive deal to the golf world.
Sure.
So we've all seen this golf course,
So it's not very little special about.
and it's honestly like it's one of France's like it is probably one of France's best golf courses. It's just not that interesting of a golf course.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's fine.
Got to throw some hazards in there.
It feels like
Get creative, friends.
there's a few courses like Sawgrass in America compares well with like I think it's Les Nationale or whatever the name is.
National.
But clearly, like, you guys will watch on Sunday of like the Masters
yeah.
or whatever. Did you even think about watching?
I'll be honest with you.
Olympics,
I did
golf?
not know that there was golf in the Olympics until right now. I had no idea. I had no idea. I haven't seen a highlight. I haven't seen anybody talk about it on the late night stuff. No idea that it was happening.
Totally.
So yeah, my bad, golf. Didn't know you were doing it right now.
Yeah, I watched
Scottie
the
Scheffler
last
won
day.
again.
Of
Yeah.
course he did. But yeah, I didn't know.
Did you?
I watched the last day.
You watched Sunday?
Wait, this is what's weird about Scottie Scheffler won. So he got $37,000.
Yeah.
Bro, I would not get on no plane if I'm of his level for no $37,000.
His caddy this year has netted, I think, over $1.5 million.
So if I'm the caddy, I'm not getting on the plane. This ain't worth it for me.
I think Scotty is probably in the like $15 to $20 million season.
Bro, that means if he got $37,000 for this one,
And that's without his endorsement.
what's a caddy's ratio that they get for winning?
10%. 10
So this guy got $3,000. The caddy got. Hey man, I'm like, you better find a backup caddy for this one. I'm not going. If I'm a caddy that's used to getting huge, hey man, I'm not getting out of the bed for less.
Roy McIlroy after the tournament, which this will be a fun conversation, basically said the top 2 best golfing environments in the world, which he was claiming the Olympics to be one of them as a golfer.
Okay.
Which Roy McIlroy is now famous for wanting weak fields to go up against, which is hilarious to me. And number 2, the Ryder Cup, which is also unpaid for all the players, which is arguably the most fun golfing watching experience. You represent, your in the United States sense, your country, in the European sense, a group of countries.
Right.
But all that to say that the best version of golf is unpaid.
There's something to the competitiveness of like, I'm really loving the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There is something to that, especially when you know you already made your money.
Totally.
If you didn't make your money already, then it's like, hey, yeah. But if you know you already made your money and it's straight love of the game, I'll beat you. Also, I'm pretty
Which
sure
is pretty much everybody in these events
right.
has made they're there
Their
because
money.
they're top 50 player in the world.
Yeah. I don't know how much more Olympics we're gonna do, but I know we got to touch on. I have to make an apology.
Oh.
I have to make an apology.
Okay.
A public
Let's do that.
apology to
Noah Lyles.
Noah Lyles. Okay, I'm gonna make a public apology to Noah Lyles. Here's my apology. Okay, I knew you were. I obviously knew he was a credible athlete. I was never gonna take that away from him. What I realized I needed to apologize for, we had never seen an athlete like him. I'd never seen an athlete like him. Meaning, I'm used to people being cool and cocky. I've never seen goofy and cocky. This is the first time in the history of anything I've never seen. Like, let me be very clear, goofy. I'm like annoyingly goofy and cocky. Usually are like, hey bro, you can't be both. It's not gonna work out well. today it worked out well for him. So that's that. I think that's what I was unfamiliar with your who you are as like I didn't think you could be goofy and cocky, but you proved me wrong. You proved me wrong. Goofy and cocky. Right. You might be the only human being out there that's like this though. And I want to give a shout out because you got a cool girlfriend.
Yeah. Jamaican runner.
So I'm like, hey,
I think she might be.
I think she's a runner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey man, I apologize. I still think you're one of the most goofy athletes we've ever had. I'm never gonna shy away from that. I think you are top 10 goofiest people I've ever seen with a camera in front of them. But you are a winner and you put on, and so congratulations.
So you're rooting him to root him on for the double.
I mean, no, not really. But. No, I'm not.
You
I'm
don't want to apologize again next week when he does what has been historically close to impossible.
So let me be clear.
200 and 100. Let
me be clear. I'm not. I don't think I was ever actively rooting. Maybe I was actively rooting against him in my heart. Maybe I was, but now I get it now. You know how they say we hate the things we don't understand. I didn't understand you. I again never see nobody so ridiculously goofy be that confident.
Well, his origin story is so interesting and probably speaks to how he got here.
Yeah.
Had debilitating asthma.
Yeah.
Couldn't run, couldn't participate in sports. His mom and him finally figure that out.
Yeah.
They find out this dude is a rocket.
Yeah.
He has, I think, dyslexia or some form of kind of.
Every 90s TV show kid problem he had.
Yeah. 1,000%.
I can't read good.
Anxiety.
And when he put that list up, I said, hey, man, you was a Saturday morning TV show, Saved by the Bell special programming person. You was all of that.
You were checking everyone's boxes.
Boom, boom, boom.
In DE&I efforts.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom. You was all of those things. But you won. And listen, one thing Americans can appreciate is a winner. But, boy, are you goofy. You're just a goofy dude. I know goofy dudes. They usually not that.
Would you like to take over and apologize at all?
No, I didn't say anything that
I don't think he was
by.
anti. I don't think he was.
I was always rooting for him. I still think he's annoying.
What?
You could be both. That's I think the thing he's breaking. I didn't know you could be both annoying and like cocky.
He's the fastest man on earth.
Not annoying. Yeah.
I hope he wins. I hope he wins every medal that he has a chance to win.
So do you think? Okay, so let's shift topics. So he now, in his very Noah Lyles way, is kind of pivoting into I want my own shoe.
I don't know. Ain't nobody buying that shoe, bro. Hey, I just want you. Ain't nobody ever bought no runner's shoe. Nobody. It's not happening.
And he doesn't want it to be through Nike or Adidas. Like, he wants his own.
See, this the goofy coming back
shoe.
out. But you better sign with Nike and make good money and get out of here. Nobody's buying your little goofy shoe with anime on it. Nobody's buying that, bro. Dad, you're a runner. You buying his running shoe?
No.
Exactly.
I'm not.
And he likes you, Noah. And he loves you.
A runner who loves you.
Yeah.
But what if when you run, it lights up like you're going Super Saiyan?
Unless it's got wheelies, too? No. That'd be crazy.
Which it will.
Yeah, that it will. It will. Or some kind of Pokemon car wings
signature
or something.
Healy.
It'll be.
We got a couple of comments.
Dang,
Backtracking to Dan's to us talking about the pole vaulter. Elliot Smith said comments on Dan said, "Was that so hard?" Talking about penises again. From John Glasgow, he said, "Scotty from jail to gold."
Yep.
And then Elliot Smith said, talking about the runner, he is weird, fast, and an American hero.
You could be multi.
Which I got
multitudes.
He's like representing a new generation. Like
he is. I don't think they're that weird though. I think he is the weirdest one.
You don't think Gen A and him are?
I've been around him. I've been around him. He's the weirdest one I've ever. He just it's so weird. He's so weird. I cannot stress enough how weird he is. But again, he's a winner. He's a champion, and he backed it up. Even though for a second he thought he lost.
Well, my wife made us rewatch because she was like, he didn't win.
Yeah.
She was like, how is this possible? This is a massive conspiracy. And until Mike Tirico got on and had to explain what your clavicle
have the
was.
Clavicle. Yeah.
That breakdown.
What happened to the string that let you know who was first? What happened to that? If you got the string,
which that now finally makes sense of why they measure it on your torso, because that's what broke that barrier.
Yeah. Just put the little string back. I don't know,
Put
but
the string back.
public apology to Noah Lyles.
Yeah.
You goofy champion, you.
I probably need to
They
apologize.
still have the string in the marathon.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, the Netherlands. I need to apologize to the Netherlands 3-on-3 team because I let them have it on TikTok that we lost to them, and they won gold.
The men's.
Yeah, the men's.
I mean, we didn't. Jimmy Fredette went down.
Yeah, but no,
We lost some athletes.
And also, no one cares about 3-on-3.
Well, we should. I want to make a play.
We should.
In 2028, NBA athletes or college athletes, stop letting. I don't
it
know
was
who
so,
these dudes
It was
are.
so embarrassing.
Yo, we not losing 3-on-3.
It was.
no more.
I'm sorry, but like.
We should not.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fredette was on our team.
Oh, he
we
was
had
a
Jimmy
killer.
Fredette.
He was a killer.
We had one of the Barry kids. Or
We had a
grand-
Barry?
We had a Barry was there
Hey.
shooting under.
This is
Underhand
this the
free
88
throws.
Olympics
No.
all over again.
Yeah.
No, we did not.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
He was,
We are better than this. in
Yeah.
this country.
Hey.
Look, it was.
good run, world. We're coming back in 2028.
That's the dream team.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
new dream team is just 4 dudes. Honestly, I love what Ice Cube did. I don't know if we talk about this. Ice Cube put out basically he was like, I'll take our Big 3 champion versus the Olympic champion. I think it was like $150,000 to the winners. And he was like, I'll fly you out. Ice Cube been trying to play anybody. Caitlin Clark, bring it.
Is that league? Is the Ice Cube basketball 3-on-3 league still a thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You say absolutely like it's distributed on any.
It is.
It's
You
like
see it
on
TV.
CBS.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, it's on there a lot.
Or is it on CBS or like CNBC?
No,
it's,
CBS.
It's like CBS. Like
CBS is like, look, we hold on to football season. This is what we
Yeah.
got. And it's out there.
Sheesh.
Anyway.
it catches you off guard when you're flipping through and you're like, I don't think this should be this high. You're like, there should be more numbers next to this. And you're like, oh nope, this is just a
This is
4 and a
on
6.
TV.
This is on
This is
real,
on real
TV.
TV. Like my grandma could watch this. You know what I'm saying? Like your grandma got, because she ain't got the cable.
Have
like
you
it's
ever
easy
sat
to
down and
find.
watched a 3-on-3
I have.
basketball game outside of the?
Yeah, the 3-on-3 league.
Yeah.
I've watched it.
I've watched
You
it.
wow.
Yeah, Joe Johnson be cooking. I like sports.
Look, I'll watch. I'll watch Joe Johnson.
Yeah, I watch Joe Johnson. I like to watch.
You
Jeff
watched Joe
Teague.
Johnson put up a 3 even after you screamed at him for a decade to not.
That's Josh Smith.
Yeah.
Josh Smith did that. We screamed at Josh Smith.
Okay.
Joe Johnson, we like put it up. You're the only one
Yeah.
that can shoot.
Okay.
I got you, Dan. But yeah, no, I watch it. I like watching it because Jeff Teague, shout out to Jeff Teague's podcast. He'll go on there and play and then talk about the game on his podcast. Or
So it's a
Gary,
retirement league.
essentially, or like people,
Basically.
or like I saw Gary Payton get in a fight.
Is it
yelling
half
at
court?
Yeah, half
Yeah.
court. These
Okay,
guys.
so
can't
you
run.
don't need to like run.
No, but you gotta move. You gotta move. Gary Payton almost got in a fight. It's kind of interesting because he's still yapping. Like Gary, you almost 60.
Gary Payton is playing.
No, he's not playing. He's
Okay.
coaching, but he got in a fight with a
I
player.
feel like this whole world is being exposed to me, and I'm just like, what is
Hey,
this?
it's a lot going on, man.
There's a lot.
It's a lot going on. So, all right.
I'm sure lots of people are betting on it, which is the only
That's
thing.
the only thing.
Keeping
Yeah.
it alive.
Is this all the Olympic? Oh, there's one more Olympic thing.
Was there one more?
Yeah. See, he said I had to bring up all the stuff with black people involved. Shout out to the
to the podium?
shout out to the podium, Simone Biles, Jordan Childs, and what is I forgot the Brazilian. What's her name? I forgot her name. I'm drawing a blank on her name.
I am too.
But shout out to her, and shout out to the whole like. I just love that the fact that like they've been friends for this whole thing, like Simone and the Brazilian. I'm gonna get butchered for not knowing her name.
Yeah, the
it's like
comments-
Ashley.
The comments
Is it
are gonna
Ashley?
light up on that.
What is her name?
It's not
What-
Ashley.
What is she, what's sport?
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
Here, I'm pulling it up.
What is her name? Because you got to
Yeah.
get names right. Rebecca and Andrade.
Yep.
Right. Rebecca, Simone, Jordan. Here's what I love about all of this is that none of them speak the same language. They have just been hugging and high-fiving and cheering each other on, and she don't speak English and they don't speak Portuguese, and it has been all right, can I have just a quick moment to just appreciate
She watched Grey's Anatomy. She clearly speaks English.
No, she don't. That was one of the things. She's speaking Portuguese. You look like, oh, okay, you speak. Everybody speaks a little English. That's how colonization works. But like that's not what she's primarily doing. So a lot of their interactions, these hugs and stuff, have been very much so like high five. Yeah, good for you.
Just
Like
for the record, Brazil was colonized not by the West, but by Spain and France, which is how you get Portuguese. Just for the record.
yeah, no,
colonizer-
I didn't say America did it.
Okay. Doesn't mean
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying we've done.
we throw around colonizer.
They did colonize. That's what that is. They're all the way over there. What are they doing over here? That's
I like
colonization.
how Dan's trying to be like, hey. That one wasn't American.
That wasn't on us.
That was some other white people that also colonized parts of America.
Yeah, that's not on us. No, I just want to take a moment to shout out this incredible picture, this incredible moment. And then real quick, just note that there is no world. I got a little jealous. There is not a world that exists currently where men could do this. Have this type of like appreciation for each other. I be getting jealous sometimes watching women's sports and how like happy they are. Like they don't have to always be on like I'll kill you mode, and they're just like, hey, we just happy to be here, and I hope you do well, and I hope you do, and yet still be competitive. You know, it just feels like, I don't know, it feels like they don't go home and like want to punch holes in walls, and I think that's special.
I also think it's the sports that have judges.
You think so?
Yeah, where you're not like physically beating somebody.
I think WNBA does that.
Do you? I think WNBA is almost like more. I'm gonna beat you.
I'm not saying it doesn't. There's a certain competition with like that.
You're
But
saying the camaraderie.
the camaraderie is just different. It's just different. Anyway, I just want to make sure we shouted out this incredible picture.
I think in a
this incredible
world,
moment.
I think this picture says a few things. I think I agree with you, but in general, Rebecca, from what the broadcast I would watch, she's like the next one. She's the next Simone.
Come off 3 ACL tears.
Yeah, but she's like the next one, and I think in some ways this is the passing of the baton to be like, okay, you got it from here.
You got it.
And I think that is unique to specific sports. I think tennis, you have this like, as you age out, you pass the baton. Sure. Even Nadal playing with the other kid from Spain in doubles, like that, they're passing the baton.
Right.
So I think the Olympics is this world where like you only show up every 4 years. The next time the world sees this, it'll be
all you. Yeah.
And I do think that's, that helps to kind of tell the storyline and keep people interested.
Yeah.
And root for non-Americans in the future too, because I think this does do something to that of like, oh, this name is someone I can root for whether or not she's from my country.
Also, just a story, all black podium, that's wild. I know black is being tossed around now by a lot of different people. We don't know what black is for some reason, or some people who aren't black are telling people what is black, but I promise you this person is black. That's just how black people see it. You know why they're black? They're all black because, look, we're all black in the sense of we just got different boat rides. That's all it was. Our boats went to different places. There's another world where we were all cousins who we was living together, but her boat went a different place than my boat, and here we are. That was a black woman, and that's where I'm gonna go with. I know people are confused these days. You ain't black. It's like how you don't even know black people. Why are you saying this? Anyway.
On an opposite note of y'all, John Glasgow said, I would never have my daughter bow to someone who beat her, but I don't mind the hugs, though.
Listen, Simone bowed because she's like, you'll never catch me.
Yeah.
I have so many more goals.
I don't think this is like a medal-less person doing that.
No.
You have to be the inarguable greatest gymnast of all time.
Also, Jordan Childs initiated it, and she got her medal after there was a technicality, and it was going to be a Romanian. And I just want to say to Romania, I know y'all, I can only imagine Romanian Twitter looking like all types of monkeys and N-words. Oh my God. No, because I know they mad. I don't know. I don't speak Romanian, but I just know it.
They could be mad and not use racial slurs.
No, I've already seen some of it. Also, when the last time you seen on a global level, white people be mad and not throw out stuff? You have a lot high faith in white people right now that I don't know is warranted. You know it is. We can act like it's not. I guarantee you. I don't know one Romanian. Okay, I don't think I do.
Oh,
but I guarantee you, if I went on Romanian Twitter and I pulled up Jordan Childs, I literally did legitimately see one.
Joel, pull up Romanian Twitter.
No, Joel, do not do that.
But no, I legitimately saw someone. It was like the Romanian. There's a Romanian it was like the Romanian official Romanian Twitter account or something like that, but kind of not official. And it basically said Kamala Harris called in for the thing to be overturned because she needed to see an all black podium. And I was like, if this is the nice one, then I know it's a lot of slurs being slung out there. So anyway, take that. You lost. This is why we don't drive the bus.
I watched Kazam on VHS with a Romanian family.
Okay, can I
Get them on the phone.
No. I'm debating whether I want to do this.
Do it.
Okay. Who?
Do it. Do it.
Shoot, this is probably gonna. This might be it.
We're live.
Yeah.
Who is outside of the obvious?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the line drawn in blackness
Oh, interesting.
on the Olympic floor?
Oh, what do you mean? Who's the line drawn?
Where's the line drawn?
Oh, you mean like who's not black?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a perfect example. This is a good question. Black is whoever has enough shade and look and is winning. So
Okay, this is massively helpful.
no, but legitimately, legitimately, I think that. So perfect example. I'm watching the women's soccer, and I'm like, there's a lot of tan girls out here, and I was like, oh, like Dansby's wife, Mrs.
Yeah.
Swanson, aka Pugh.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I forgot, and I'm like, oh, it's Rodman's. I was like, oh, this. Now I'm all of a sudden very interested in women's soccer. I was not interested last year. I'm just saw and I was thinking this the other day. People were talking about like
When Morgan was the lead, you were like, white girls.
So when
are
it
out
was
here.
like Megan
it just-
Rapinoe and Alex Morgan.
I wasn't against it at all. It's the same reason why in the
Just
90s.
not enough melatonin going around.
It's melanin. Melatonin make you go to sleep.
That word.
Yeah, but it's the same reason why I didn't care about golf in the 90s until Tiger Woods. If I don't see nobody, I'm like, oh, this is for somebody else. I don't know this world. And now I'm like, oh, okay, we got a couple sisters out here.
Okay, now
You know what I'm saying?
Now you know why Caitlin Clark is so important to the WNBA.
No, I've been said this, but y'all have had a Caitlin Clark. You've had white girls be good. That's
not the same way.
No, this is very true. I've never not noticed that was part of Caitlin Clark's appeal. It's like white dads can bring their daughters and be like, look,
We can do
this too. You know, I get it. I 100% get it because I know that there's like I watched the Olympics gymnastics with this past week I was in Chattanooga with my cousin and her daughter who's a gymnast who's like all she does is flip.
Yes.
And when Simone Biles was on, it was just like this like lock.
100%.
We're just like, oh my God. And she's like, I love Simone Biles. Like I love it. And I'm like, I love that for you. You know what I mean? Like that's super dope. So even to me as a grown man who don't play no more sports, when I see soccer and it's like black women running around playing soccer, you go, dang, I didn't even know we was out here playing soccer like that. You know, I was locked in the track and field. You know what I mean? That's where we be at. Or basketball. Or I think that's it for the Summer Olympics. We're not really swimming yet.
Track.
That's it. Track and field.
Oh.
Basketball.
Yeah, diving.
We ain't really.
No, she didn't qualify for the finals, but the 50 meter.
Simone.
Manual.
Simone Manuel. Yeah,
she
Simone
won the
Manuel.
gold 4 years ago.
Right. So anyway, there are certain things you go, oh, okay. Again, it's not a hate to anybody who's not black. It's just like, I didn't even know I didn't know I need to show up and support. You know what I mean? Like I didn't. Like
again, I don't want to really ask this question
Do
because
it.
I really don't care.
Do
But
it.
I do think if the debate is out there, I want to at least hear your perspective.
Sure.
If say Rebecca
Mm-hmm.
comes from like an indigenous line of people that's mixed probably with some sort of colonization.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a ship involved as we joked about.
At this point, it's got always a little bit of ship.
Well, not always.
Where are there no ship involvement in this world?
If you come from an indigenous line of people,
Okay.
then there was no ship.
Well, let's start by saying we all came from Africa,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you say
Middle East, Africa.
So I'm trying to say your question is how?
As you define black by, we all got on a boat.
Yeah.
I can understand at least what I'm reading between the lines on is that if you came from a colonized or like slave trade,
Sure.
you are a person of color.
Yes. You
and
black.
Free. But my question is let's say Rebecca doesn't, as an example, and I don't know this, but we're using it as an
But
example.
she 100% is one of my cousins from the boat.
Sure.
100%.
And I have not done her lineage.
I don't have to.
And
I'm gonna tell you what the old heads. You're like, look at her kitchen. You can tell. You look at the hair. You're like, yeah. You one of the cousins. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact.
Fair.
That's just a fact.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Won't argue it.
Okay.
I guess my question is if she were to be like, yo, I have done my ancestry.com I've been here in Brazil since before ships got here.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, I'm not black.
I'm Brazilian.
Okay.
I have darker color than what you would qualify as a white person.
Yeah.
Would you still claim her, or would you be like, okay, you good?
Let me tell you something about black people. We don't claim nobody don't want to be claimed. If you out here like if we don't claim nobody that don't want to be claimed. That's why the OJ thing was so weird, because he was like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. He was like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you being crazy, right? Too many hits in the head, you know. But even we had to reclaim him, if you remember.
So if she did, she was like, yo, I'm Brazilian, not but legitimately indigenous people.
We don't claim nobody that don't want to be claimed.
But if she was like, but you can call me whatever you want to, is she black then?
If she don't want to be black, she not black.
What if she doesn't just care? But she's from
indigenous... we'll care less. That's what I'm saying. My thing is, blackness is, first of all, this is actually, I feel like a pretty interesting discussion, right? But I think
this is in the news right now.
Yeah.
It feels it does, as someone who genuinely wants to be equitable.
Sure.
It does at times feel like a moving target, of like it is something that when it's convenient.
Yeah.
Or inconvenient, it is core to the topic of conversation.
Sure.
And both are valid potentially.
Sure.
But I guess my question is like, again, is blackness defined by being
ancestry,
like slavery is in my line, and like blackness is within that, or is it like an origin to African American? But does that include South African? And is that can a white person be black in this definition if you come from South Africa? Like, again, I'm genuinely curious.
I want to start by saying I do not have all the answers. I'm not.
And you don't speak. But from your perspective, from David Perdue's perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I will stand by the claim that we don't claim nobody that don't want to be claimed. We let you. Hey, if you want to wander out there and be somebody like, no, I'm just me. I'm not black. Hey, go for it. By all means.
Nuancing it, Tiger said, like, yo, I am Asian. I am African American.
And listen. You can be both things.
Of course.
You just can't. We can't look at you and you look like us and you go, I'm not us. You're like, well, your hair don't say. But we know. Like, come on, man. We seen your daddy. Like, we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? We know what's up, right? So I do think it is somewhat of a moving target, but I don't think that we're beyond being able to like figure that out. I think acting like it has to be this or this is kind of like.
Oh, and I don't think it needs to be necessarily definitively defined.
Right.
I think
anybody out there saying, anybody out there saying Kamala Harris isn't black, wild.
Is wild.
Wild.
Just for the record. Wild.
Like,
she's an AKA that went to Howard.
But that was after.
That is not the root of this conversation.
But that was after she turned black.
Yeah, she turned black.
She turned black.
Yeah, she did.
That's why she's
black.
You're
right.
Okay, we all know
okay,
that.
But to play devil's advocate in the conversation, because I don't want to just placate. It is something that I think the point that if I were to try to like make the better version of the point, that wasn't made previously, and it was used as an attack previously. I think the more interesting conversation that I think white people in America might want to have in a genuine, like, good conversation would be, it is confusing when it's not ever part of the conversation or it is minimized in a previous conversation, and then later it is utilized to rally a group of people looking from the outside in. It could be thought to be manipulation, to be like, I'm one of you now, like, claim me because I want, and politicians have done this, whether you're Irish and before you came over you were in New York and you were like, I'm actually I'm Catholic, but I'm Protestant now because I don't want to be, and then when I'm running for election, it's like, now I'm Catholic and now you should pay attention. So this has happened in the history of this country as politicians have chosen to play cards at different times. And I think that's the interesting thing that's being called.
I think that if we're going to use Kamala as an example, I think that a lot of this is people who have never paid attention to her are now being like, wait a minute.
Sure.
But anybody who knows who has usually people who look like her
Yep.
have been like, what are you saying? She's
Probably from California.
Yeah.
Probably from San Francisco, who have been tracking her career for.
yeah, or
decades.
even from you are familiar with Howard University.
Yeah, totally.
You're familiar with an AKA. You're like, what is this nonsense?
I didn't
conversation?
know she was part Indian. I just thought she was a light-skinned black woman.
Right, but I'm saying, but like a lot of that is what people project on you. So a lot of that is like her being like, I've just been me, who is this and that,
Totally.
and you're saying no. Like it's so weird for people to be like, you just now becoming black. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you
That's
are
not what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you had any idea, and I think a lot of it has to do with just people outside of that culture, outside of the culture, having no idea about certain things in the culture. You know what I mean? So you're like if she's like, oh, I'm AK, you're like, oh, there's no denying
Of course.
from how you're like, oh,
Okay.
and then you know what I mean? Like, so I think it's a lot of projection from other people.
That's
being
fair.
like, why weren't you this? Because I always was. I don't have to be anything for you. I just was who I was.
Sure.
And I've said who I was. You
Sure.
know what I mean?
Totally.
So it's a lot of people.
And I've owned that part of my story. It may not have been framed as like I am a black politician for a black populace.
Yeah.
But I'm an AKA. I'm from Howard. These are the things that are important.
She's
to
lived
me.
her life as as both a black woman in this country and as anyone. Like she's lived her life as both of those things.
Without nuance, like without the feeling of nuance between them. Like
Yeah.
this is who I am in totality.
I find it, and it only happens to people who have color, but I just find it hilarious that we're struggling to figure out that people can be multiple things.
Of course.
When for the last, I don't know how many years, I've had to listen to white people tell me how much they're not quite white. Because of 23andMe. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm actually Indian. I mean, I'm actually Irish and this and that. And
Scandinavian.
I'm sitting here like, hey, but hey,
Welcome.
what are you doing? Like, how did you have this nuance a year ago when you
Sure.
got the results, and now you're like, you got to be one thing.
well, and
You can't be multiple things. It's like,
and I know people come here for giggles and laughs, but I
We
think
got
this
it all.
This is an important, really important conversation right now in our society.
Sure.
Where again, it's funny how like what's like put into our culture, put into our definitions, then gets flipped around. Like we all know 1% rule. Like we have been here before of like one drop
yeah,
equals,
which is
this
not
what you're-
something black people. It was put on us. Like again, these things
exactly.
were put on us.
Exactly. And now, but that is the definition that was inserted throughout Reconstruction to like help define, or not help, to placate a bad racist like power structure.
Right, and to add to that, it also became a way to protect. So it's like, hey, if you got that drop, you better figure out other people who had that drop so you can have community
Totally.
to survive this nonsense going on around you.
Which is nonsense. But the definition now carries through today, where people are like, who is with us?
Yeah.
Who understands the
And there's-
totality of this thing?
And there's fractions even in there. Like you have, what is it, ADOS population, American descendants of slaves are different from people who the gymnasts from Brazil, or different from like there are fractions. Again, colonization did a number on us all, and we're all trying to figure it out. But again, my indicators are, if you want to be claimed, you know, and you fix we gonna claim you. If you don't want to be claimed, that's on you. And also we gonna check what the back of your hair look like. That's just what it is. You're like, what the kitchen looking like? And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool.
Nate, you want to weigh in?
Yeah, so basically my thoughts are is that I agree to a point. I also disagree to a point. And, you know, I
Solid.
think that what we're doing is cool.
Solid. There we go.
So,
All right. Let's end on some
sportsy, funny.
I appreciate that conversation.
yeah,
man.
no, I think that's good.
You just sit there, be quiet. You didn't think anything of anything.
Yeah, John Glasgow called you out. He said, "I love Nate's silent smiles."
what like it's a good conversation. What am I going to interject?
You should.
and be like, I googled my family and we're white the whole way back.
We didn't get out of these ships.
Yeah. It was a good conversation. I'm not trying to jump in and I don't have to be a part of good conversation.
You don't have to explain yourself, man.
It's okay. Keep going.
That's
bud.
all right.
Cowboys were asked about their cartoon crushes.
Oh gosh, what a transition.
What a transition. So, look, here's the thing. I think a lot of these questions are a trap.
Your
The thing-
cartoon crushes.
The cartoon crushes. Here's the thing that bugs me about this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, this is a fun, silly question.
Mm-hmm.
Dak acted appalled at this question.
Really?
And that's what kind of bugged me.
Nah.
Is that he acted like, I can't believe you would ask me this. And I'm like, come on.
We're
Look,
making
man.
content here, bro.
But also, we've all had him.
Not Dak. He's so serious.
Dude.
He acted like, I can't believe anybody would ever be attracted to a cartoon character.
I never been a cartoon.
Jessica Rabbit.
Why was he so dismissive?
Right.
That's why you'll never win a Super Bowl. I do believe he don't know cartoons like that.
But, like, I mean, everybody.
Work, daughter. Magenta, Blue's Clues. Jessica Rabbit.
Interesting.
Betty Boop or Betty Bop, something like that. Lola Bunny.
That's just, yeah.
I ain't got one. A cartoon, that's a little different right there.
Kim Possible. That's easy.
Huh.
Jasmine.
Why is everyone? Why is?
Oh, Raven from Teen Titans. My Life as a Teenage Robot. I used to watch that all the time.
I don't really got no cartoon crush, but celebrity crush, Rihanna. This is getting weird.
At least he used his.
Yeah.
Getting wild. Lola Bunny, Space Jam.
I'm about to say there's only like 3 answers.
Yeah.
Lola Bunny. No, not Kim Possible. What's the other one? She-Go. She-Go. Yeah. Who was your first cartoon crush?
Ooh, Roxanne from Goofy Movie.
That's a good one too. Forgot about that one.
So fast, but if you know, you know.
All right. Yeah, Dak is weird for not having an answer.
It almost seemed like he has so many
He does
answers.
protest too much.
Yeah, that he like got like, no, I don't like cartoons at all.
If you cannot drop your wall and have fun with this question,
Yeah.
it means you're hiding things that you don't want people to know about.
I
Yeah.
believe that.
Like, this is the kid that literally has a world going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm cool, man.
Yeah, no.
And I would never let you know that I'm uncool for a second.
Yeah.
This is why he's not my quarterback anymore.
Ooh.
This is why I hope Jerry Jones does not pay this man.
He will.
This is why I hope he moves on.
He
Well,
won't.
This is why he's not worth $600 million or whatever the stupid contract is going to be.
Jones gonna pay him.
What's
Go ahead.
y'all's?
Oh, I feel like there was only 2 correct, but now I saw 3. It's either the number 1 is Jessica Rabbit.
100%.
It's Jessica Rabbit.
Well, our generation is Jessica Rabbit.
Our generation, Jessica Rabbit.
Lola Bunny, I think, is like the next generation.
Sure.
And then you get into some like Kim Possible, which is I think the
Yeah,
the
the
next
Goofy
generation.
movie. Girl, and
That's
honestly,
that's the one I dropped on because I was like that was
That's
the first one
true.
that came to mind.
Also, like it's they make it seem like you're like, oh my god, like I just had a thing for the, but it's like certain voices you hear, like the voice actually, like I bet that's a pretty, like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
where you're like, oh okay, I like you ever hear somebody sing and know they're very attractive.
This is why there's phone lines you can call to have a conversation.
Yeah, voices can also sell to that. So yeah, Dak, don't be weird.
Yeah.
Don't be weird, Dak.
Also, Jessica Rabbit showed all the guys out there you could just be a little goofy weirdo and still
And that's
bag
what I'm
it.
saying. Was out here giving hope to the weirdos.
I just this bums me out so much.
That's your quarterback, man.
No, it's not.
The thing,
Who's yours?
like, I mean, like half the X-Men team was the hot ladies.
That is also true.
That's a different
The
one.
hot lady.
Oh, I mean, there was
You have a problem with putting the in front of Rivers,
did.
but the
The
hot
hot
lady.
ladies.
the hot ladies, man.
Who is yours?
I mean, Jean was always up there.
Jean Grey?
Yeah, Jean Grey. I was a fan of Mary Jane. Black Cat, from the Spider-Man cartoon.
Yeah.
She was kind of mean.
Catwoman.
No, Black
I liked,
Cat. Black
well,
Cat.
Catwoman too. If you were a criminal, I kind of liked you.
You like the Mean Girls.
I did. Look, Carmen San
Like the
Diego.
bad- the
Carmen
bad-
San Diego is one of my first crushes.
That's not a bad one.
This is deep.
This
And
is deep. I
There
didn't
was
have as many.
look, there was something about the fact that they were criminals, and
Hey, bro.
Jeez.
look,
Hey, man. They got
Libby,
here.
I hope you're watching.
Yeah, they got a thing for the
there was
criminals.
something about an edge to them.
Man, you don't get scammed in your old age, dog. It's
I-
probably some
like,
young
it's-
pretty girl with like a big trench coat and a black hat down here. And you be like, you can have all my money.
There's the other day, like Libby was talking about, she's doing a lot of traveling this winter, and she was like, "Should I get a trench coat?" And I don't know if I've ever said yes to anything faster.
My God.
I was like,
man.
"Red? Can you get a red one? Can you get a
Look,
hat?"
I got this
too?"
big hat. I got
Yeah,
this big
they
hat.
want
I've
for-
got this
for a big
big.
hat.
I've got this big red hat that
Can
I've
you teach
been-
me geography as you go around?
Actually, I've got some of Beethoven's notes here. Could you steal these, please?
This is the most Nate's Talked All episode
This
where we're
is.
talking about bangable cartoons.
He did.
And this is the root of our podcast. One, so it's special.
It is special.
Two, this is the thing that drives me the most nuts about you. Is that literally you're like, I don't have an opinion about this like highly like incendiary conversation that everyone might be having right now.
But let's talk about these.
And I have no thoughts. But
talk about these
I can
cartoons. I
riff on 7 cartoon
Sexy
characters
cartoon
that I would love to
characters.
get in bed with.
I got thoughts on these sexy cartoon characters. Nothing.
the sexy,
no thoughts.
the sexy ladies.
No thoughts that are in the present culture that people are debating, trying to figure out, wrestle with. I have nothing to say. But these sexy cartoon girls, man, I got thoughts. Let me lead the discussion. Let me perk up and become the leader that I should have been an hour ago. Let me be that right now.
Okay.
Look, y'all can discuss race. Let me know when you want to talk about where Andy's mom ranks.
All right, we're not going to do this anymore.
Okay, last question as we head out of here. You make $500,000 in a day, just like Snoop Dogg, at the Olympics. What are you spending that $500K on? That you're like, I just made this in a day. I can blow it on whatever I want to. What are you spending it on?
Is it so? Let me give some parameters.
Tomorrow,
right?
I'm like, yo, I need you to do this thing. I'm gonna pay you $500,000 to do it.
And I get it every day for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
what is that day's purchase of $500,000? Because you know you're making another $500,000 tomorrow.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably gonna trick it off. I'm gonna do something crazy. Like I'm probably gonna. It's definitely gonna be some like what's that? Remember that Drake video? The guy's playing. He was just like giving money out. I'm gonna do that, but like for frivolous. I'm gonna buy a bunch of stuff that no one needs and give it away. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like just like a bunch of like, why is he buying Heelys? You know what I mean? The wheelie thing. Like, why is he buying LA like stuff I wanted as a kid? I'm buying for other kids. Like I'm especially if I know I'm getting another 500,000 the next day. Oh, I'm tricking off one of them days for sure. It's about to be a good time. People gonna want to be around me.
Yeah, I want to crash something.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
I think it'd be fun. I think like
in it, like stay in.
I don't know
the
if I'm
thing
gonna
that's
stay.
crashing.
Maybe like get like 2 cars and see if I can put them both in neutral on like opposite hills.
my
or
goofy
something.
self thought you were talking about like crash like a party. You're talking about like being in a wreck.
Yeah, no, I
What
think
a
it'd be
goof.
fun to like run 2 cars into each
What a
other.
goof. You want to crash 2 things?
Yeah, I think it'd
What are
be
you,
fun
Mr. Beast?
to crash 2 things into. I'm not gonna film it.
You Mr. Beast? What are you doing? Doing goofies, man. Benefiting no one. Just get some Hot Wheels, man. What are you doing?
Okay, I'll put money in the car, and after they crashes,
Nah, it's
money flies
not
out.
the same. Not the same. Dan, what are you doing?
I thought about this. If I was Snoop, I would have got $500,000 up front, and I would have taken that and bundled it up in like $1,000 increments and hidden it all over Paris with little notes of like "Love Snoop."
Oh, that's
And-
fire.
And like hit it in all the like the famous places the tourists go,
Yeah.
and just basically like have fun content for the
Yeah.
next year as people find $1,000
Just find
from
money.
Snoop.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I did that one time on my birthday. I just put money in books in the library. That money probably still there. I need to go check them.
Yeah.
You probably do.
Money still
Which
there.
books?
I don't remember. I'll just put them in like kids' books, adult, like just
How
books.
much money?
I think I put like I had like it was like I think 100 in singles,
Okay.
and I just put like different amounts in different books,
Lots of ice cream is
just to
purchased.
be like, hey, you know. That's why I know if I got money, I would do something ridiculous like.
Mine would be a portable money tornado. You know what I'm talking about? The little box.
Oh, the thing you
So
have
I
is-
just
They
go up
still
to
have
pe-
them at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, I just go up
Yeah.
to people and be like, yo, you want to get a money tornado? Come on. You got a minute.
I like that. I always found it weird when people made people work for money in that way. It felt very like.
I feel
I
like
didn't
that,
like who I would
I feel
become.
like money tornado is a lot more fun than like weird social experiments.
I'm
Because
gonna
this is a game show chance. Grab as much and then leave, and I'd still give you a little bit.
I agree. I don't like who I would become. Like what else?
I don't-
Oh,
would
yeah.
people
I
do
don't-
for money.
I'm the money tornado is a little triggering for me
Oh,
because I always sucked at it.
Oh, okay.
There's no way to be good at it.
Yeah, that's
it
the
is.
point of the money
No,
tornado.
there was kids that like had it like I'm gonna stick my whole body up against one side
Yeah.
of this thing and just let the money like
The
they
trick
had
is
there
to
was
not be
guys that
good at
figured it out
everything.
and I
Yeah.
never cracked the money tornado.
This is a
code.
little off subject, but the whole episode has been. Y'all remember the old Nickelodeon Toys R Us runs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I used to I would map out my store.
Your fantasy.
Yeah.
I would just be like, okay, well, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. Also, everyone's dumb for not going to the video game ammo fulls.
That's
Like,
where you go.
You grab because you just grab tickets. You don't even grab.
That's true.
Speaking of Nickelodeon, last offshoot, they used to like send out like the Nickelodeon magazine or something like that, and in there was always be like some kid's room that was like the fantasy bedroom. Dude, I used to just like stare at that like this like the coolest room ever.
Oh
and
my
just
god, yeah.
Imagine I lived in this
fantasy
factory.
I still want a room like that, like in a big like. The best place I've ever performed comedy was in Birmingham at this place called the Saturn, because their green room / like artist space where you could like stay was like a 14, like it was like they had every video game, they had all the posters, they had all the action figures, and they were like, we got a show in 30 minutes. I was like, I'm not leaving. You shouldn't have brought me here if you knew this was here.
You're like, skip me.
Skip me. Yeah, I don't.
I'm good.
You can hold my money. I'm just gonna be upstairs at the. It was like a loft made by a 12-year-old, 13-year-old boy. It had a basketball. It had everything.
And you're just like, why didn't I have this bedroom?
This is all I wanted.
We brought in the set designer from Blank Check.
Yeah, legit.
Dude, what a good movie.
Lofts
Legit.
were
Deep cut.
fun. Something about sleeping in the air.
Oh yeah.
You just like, as long as I'm not on the ground, it's a cool bed.
All right, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Everyone's here just sharing their feelings and thoughts, and they're like, all right, well.
My name is Nathan Owens. You find me on Instagram and TikTok at Nathan Owens Comedy or NathanOwensComedy.com.
I just want to say, Dan makes me meaner to you, and I don't think I dislike it.
I'm aware.
Yeah. All right. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at do or die. That's at DUEORDIE.
At Dan Duncan. At Dan Dunk. I don't have Duncan. But football's back, and that's what's most important.
There we go. Hashtag for the 10. See y'all next week.
Peace.